Finally!
I'd like to raise the sails again, watching for the whales again, and never have to say I wish that I had done the things that I can't do when I'm too old to play.
Yee-hoo! After our happy arrival, job one was to dry out. Literally everything was wet to some degree.
The people in the millionaires' homes must be like, oh my god, here they come. Boating bum boats with their wet laundry. So in cleaning up the foredeck, Geoff came across a stowaway, a pretty good sized flying fish. And you can see how the lower tail is much longer. They get this drive, they kick that, get scooting out of the wave, and then of course open up those big long pectorals and glide quite a way.
We weren't anxious to leave this lovely, peaceful spot, but we had to get to Marsh Harbor and clear in and provision. Marsh Harbor was quite the sailing hub, but then it was utterly pulverized by Hurricane Dorian in 2019. 3 years have passed and work is still going on. Apparently also gone are the days of sitting on a dock with a customs agent and clearing in as easily as can be.
Launching of the spare boat. This means we've truly arrived. 1974 vintage, still works.
I don't know if you can see it. The bottom is just right there. It's so weird on my eyes.
After being offshore for so long, having the bottom just be like, reach out and touch it close. It's weird. All right, we're on our Sunday best for keeping the customs people pleased with us so they don't ask for too much palm grease. We've heard tell that palm grease is needed now, ever since the hurricane. Things got wonky around here. Well, we have got our cruising permit, so that means we can take down our quarantine flag and go cruising. What we came here to do. See you later, Marsh Harbor. Got an east wind behind us, and all the islands north of the main bit of the Abacos are lined up east to west. And we've got our provisions in place, don't we, Geoff? We've got beer, rum, a lime, some more beer, bottle of wine, and I think a box of crackers. That's some plantains. Yeah, we're good. That's right, more sail, because we gotta get there.
And we were headed first to Fowl Key, an uninhabited national park.
Finally! Finally! We're cruisers, we're here!
And we were here in the amazing waters at Fowl Key.
Wow. Look at that water. Still can't get over it.
What has become a necessary ritual is diving to the anchor to make sure it is set, especially if there's any turtle grass. It was set nicely here, but that hasn't always been the case. This is a ray, but not a stingray with the barb at the base of its tail. I had a good time finding sand dollars. The real trick, though, is getting them home in one piece, as they are fragile as can be. We then sailed to Great Guana Key and headed to a well-known snorkeling spot.
We have motored around to the north side of the west end of Guana Key. And out here there's some reefs that we're hoping to tuck in behind where the motion might get better. But right now it's pretty rolly.
We managed to anchor right up into a notch in the reef line.
Jeff's gonna go check the anchor. There he goes.
The anchor looks good.
All right, go have some fun.
I'm sure these reefs were spectacular at one time, but they seem a bit worse for wear now after the hurricanes have roughed them up. That all said, it still beats a day in the office.
Well, we've left the snorkel spot and we're headed for Green Turtle Key to the west. And to get there, we've got to stay on the outside here, north of the Cays, and then dive back in some narrow little spot west of Whale Key. Because it's all back in there, it's all shallow. We're pinching a little too hard for the jib to really like it, so it's shaking. Our destination was a very protected anchorage called White Sound. Oh, I love coming into these places under sail. Definitely looks like a little New England place up there. So we are in White Bay at Green Turtle Key, and the holding here is supposedly really not that good. There's a lot of turtle grass, and anchors just skip across it a lot, and so on. So we are going to take some bearings on two objects this way and two objects this way, like this mooring ball and then a dock. If those bearings change, then we're dragging. But it is a nice spot in here. This is really beautiful. It's like a little Maine harbor without the lobster boats. I like it. Geoff found this, so good job, Geoff. Well, Geoff, ever the eager beaver, is working on getting the masthead running lights and anchor lights running. I've been over here checking the switches, making sure there's power to there. The anchor light switch is a bit wonky. I might try to replace it if I can find one that'll fit. Ah, you suck. There it goes. Before we could leave, I had to free the anchor from an old mooring block. It's free.
Okay.
Just south of White Sound is Black Sound and the old town of New Plymouth with its Easter egg colored houses. We instantly liked it better than White Sound.
Customs office.
Church is letting out. The Curry's might be open again after.
Church is just letting out.
We then sailed on to Manjack Key, particularly the cove at the northwest end, which is supposed to have lots of tame rays which expect a handout.
We are headed to the other side of that spit there. But we have to go out and around this way to get there. The human whisper pole.
The beach here is just beautiful.
That looks nice. The very west end of Manjack, where supposedly the rays all come. I have not seen a single ray. It's a little swell here, but feels good. Lets you know you're on a boat. There's going to be some lovely noises tonight. The waves breaking on the rocks over there, and the waves breaking on the rocks over there. And here we've got our boat, the red arrow, and then a pin marking where we were at the time the pin was made. So left or right is okay. That's just swinging, left or right of the anchor. The next morning was beautiful, but melancholy for Geoff. And it's Geoff's last full day here.
Back to work.
Back to work for Geoff. The run from here to Marsh Harbor is about 30 miles. Instead of going back the way we came, we elected to go through the reefs and stay on the outside until after Whale Key. We've got to sneak through the reefs, which are breaking off the port there. Once clear of the reefs, it was green monster time. Into the rising sun, back to Marsh Harbor. Geoff has a plane to catch and a boat to buy in Florida, don't you?
We're gonna have a good look. Let's see.
I wish you luck with that. I want to see a picture with the red couch down below. Apparently it has nothing down below. A couple of flat pipe bunks or something for racing, and that's it. So we joked about putting a wingback red couch down there. It ended up being an absolutely great sail.
Sailing into Marsh Harbor.
The next morning, Alexander the cabbie was right on time.
Thank you, skipper. Much obliged. Great voyage. Appreciate everything.
It was a good voyage, and we will be in touch.
Yes, we will. Have a great time down here in the islands.
You know I will. Hey, Alexander.
I'm Geoff.
And that left me alone here, and it's Christmas. So, hey, Merry Christmas, everybody, from the Abacos and Acoustic Sailing. I hope you have a great holiday and a great new year. Cheers. And check out this truly beautiful rendition of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas from Muriel.
I want to wish you a merry little Christmas. Merry Christmas.